I'm joined now by Moe McCoy. He has been part of the WKTV family for many, many years and is currently working on 2 feature films among other media projects. Thank you for joining us today, Moe.
Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to meet you and to hear a little bit about your projects, and I'm eager to share those with our audience. And that is, you have 2 movies that you have been writing and been a part of, and you are filming them right here at WKTV.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your connection first with WKTV.
Well, I started WKTV when I was about 15 years old, and I met Tom and Kelly and Davin and Gene and all those good people. They just let me come in and play with the equipment. So I had a good time doing that, and I really found my passion in just putting video together and filming and just being around this whole thing. And I always volunteered for football and any sports. I love doing that.
Mm-hmm. So at a young age you were volunteering, and it steered the direction of your vocation.
Yes, absolutely. About 2007, I was a hip-hop artist, and I was touring all over the country. I really hit it big with colleges, and I would tour everywhere. So I'd have 3 months off, and I'm a very, very productive person. So I'm like, what can I do during this 3 months? And I decided to do a film. It was called Tomorrow's Never Promised. I filmed it in 3 days. I edited the movie in about a week, and then I premiered it at Studio 28. It was a great theater that used to be on 28th Street a long time ago.
Yes.
It came out the same day as I Am Legend with Will Smith, and people told me, "You don't put that out, don't put it out." And I said, you know what, he can have all the fans, I just want 800 of them. And we did really good. We sold out that night, and when people, after they watched the movie and they stood and applaud, it just really gave me a passion for just the whole process of making a film, from writing it and getting it onto the screen.
So you found your niche.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
So you have 2 different films going on. One is a love story and one is a horror film. What a contrast. Okay, so tell us about the horror film.
Well, the horror film I've been working on since 2014. I filmed it in Houston, Texas, and we went through a lot of ups and downs. I always say this, when you're making a movie, you go through the movie as well. So I had my house burned down. I had Hurricane Harvey destroy my next house, and just a couple car accidents, but I just kept working on it little by little, and it took me 14 days to film the actual film, and I used the red camera, and I just really put this together. It was written by my good friend from Michigan. He's an author named Jerry Tolbert, and I was just very passionate about getting the film done for him. I started it in Michigan, and then, you know, ups and downs happen. So I just pick up the pieces and keep putting it together little by little. And that red footage is so big, I had to come to WKTV to edit it, because the Super Suite is the only suite in the world that can handle this.
So when you talk about the red camera, for those of us not in this field, what does that mean?
Well, the red camera is supposed to be the best camera on earth, and it's about, the low end is 50 grand for the camera. I rented it, I filmed with it. The footage is so large that I just couldn't use it on any of my computers or anybody in Houston that I would take it to. They couldn't handle the footage. And so I booked a ticket up to Michigan. I said, I'm going back home to WKTV, and I'm gonna edit it here. So I've been working 12-hour days, just piecing it together little by little, and then it's gonna premiere on Halloween right on WKTV.
On WKTV, and do you have a time for that?
Yes, I believe it's 10 p.m.
10 p.m. on Halloween to see your movie. All right.
Yes.
What were, aside from the personal challenges, which sound enormous, what were some of the actual obstacles or interruptions that you encountered within the movie process itself?
Well, one time we were filming, when I started it in Michigan, we were filming, and there was a drive-by outside of the building. And of course, all the actors and crew, we were all scared, but they just quit. So I didn't have a crew or a cast anymore. So I picked up my idea and I took it to Houston and I did another casting call. And not a lot of people showed up, but those who did were dedicated to getting the film done. Then while we were on set, we had a couple problems, as in sometimes we wouldn't have the right equipment to go with the red camera, like certain lenses or certain lights or sound equipment. So every day it was just another thing that would make the normal person quit. But
yes.
I'm not a quitter. I was born and raised in Michigan, and I'm a Wolverine, you know, and a Spartan too.
So here we are with a finished product that will air on WKTV at 10 p.m. Halloween, and
yes.
we're eager to see that. Let's jump to the love story, okay?
Yes.
Tell us the story of that, or the title of that movie.
It's called Someone to Love.
And a little bit about that story?
Well, I came up with the idea while I was working on Angel. I was thinking about the process of films that I have. I have a romantic comedy called The Perfect Romance that got picked up by Maverick Films and that got distributed worldwide. And, you know, I was working on the horror film and I said, I got to do a comedy next. I need to do a romantic comedy. So I was thinking about it. I said, why not part 2 to The Perfect Romance? And so in part 1, Brandon Creshawn, he was looking for love. And he found his love. So now his best friend, Chris Manchin, is the character that I play, and he's looking for the perfect romance.
All right, and when will this be completed?
This will premiere, I believe, on Valentine's Day. That's when we want to get it out in 2019.
A love story on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Perfect timing, good planning.
Absolutely.
Okay. So do you have anything else in the back of your mind you're thinking after these 2 are done, or do you need a breather?
Oh yeah, no, I'm going right into a kids movie called Spring Break, starring my son, Real Love McCoy.
Okay.
And been grooming him up for that film.
All right.
Yeah.
Fascinating. What a wide genre. We'll look forward to hearing and seeing the actual movies.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.